Hi everyone, I am Mohana Bharti. Today we are going to see a very interesting topic. What's the topic? Keep on guessing. You will find it within few slides. Here comes our session plan. First we are going to start with an activity, then history of the topic with the detailed explanation, then check spot. Check spot gives a chance to check your understanding by yourself. If not able to answer few questions, no worries. Next you will see the summary. There you able to recall all the concepts which we have seen today. Here comes the activity. Now draw the structure of the object shown. Consider this as a watermelon because this is not the season for watermelon. Consider this as a watermelon. Draw this cross-sectional view as it is. The next object is apple. Okay, draw this angle of apple. For your convenience, I will show it on the slide also. Watermelon cross-section and apple cross-section. I hope you all got this structure right. Now hold on your activity for a while. We will see the outcome later. Before going into the topic, we are going to trigger your memory and recall the previous great concepts. Everything on the earth is made up of something or particles or matter. The matter is anything that takes up space and has mass also. All matter is made up of atoms. Atoms are building blocks of matter. For example, we consider a wall. Wall is made up of bricks. Bricks is made up of red soil. Red soil is made up of some of ions, which is iron ions, that is ferric ions, okay, which is an atom. Finally, the big blocks are made up of the small building units called as atoms. Yes, now your guessing is right. Today's topic is structure of atoms. In the science society, men may come and men may go. And then scientists will propose a model. The next scientist will not believe the same. They may repeat the experiment and prove the previous statements wrong or add more new findings to that previous concept. Likewise, John Dalton, an English chemist, came in early 1800s and proposed a law of multiple proportions. This law of multiple proportions defines that a concept that is a chemical compound or a chemical element combines with each other by some basic and consistent unit of mass, which is called as atoms. Okay, the name atom from the Greek word atomos. Okay, the etymology of atom is from Greek word atomos, which means indivisible. Yes, previously it was believed that the atoms are indivisible. Next comes the scientist called J.J. Thomson. He is a British physicist. In 1897, he proposed a plum pudding model. Instead of plum pudding, we are considering the watermelon. Yes, here comes the outcome of the activity. As we shown in the watermelon structure, the electrons are distributed throughout the atoms in a sea of positive charge. Consider the red color part of the watermelon as a positively charged thing, which is the sphere and which is the whole mass, and the electrons, negatively charged electrons, are embedded on it here and there, randomly here and there. This is the model which was proposed by J.J. Thomson. Here the whole volume of mass is consists of positively charged proton and negatively charged electron. Okay, these are all equal so that this atomic structure is stable. This is a model proposed by J.J. Thomson. Next comes Ernest Rutherford. Ernest Rutherford and his colleagues in 1911. Ernest Rutherford is a New Zealand physicist. In 1911, they did an experiment called metal foil and alpha particle bombardment. In this, they used gold foil. Okay, as a metal foil, they used gold, which is more ductile in nature, and then it can be made as a thin sheet, and positively charged alpha particles. They bombarded each other. Here comes an analogy. I will give an analogy, that is, pour a water on a thin sheet of paper. Okay, first if you are pouring from a height, then the thin sheet of paper will first touch the water surface, and then it will scatter through some angles. Okay, and then after some time, after pouring a few amount of water later, then the sheet will absorb some of the water, and if it is fully wet, then it will allow the water to pass through it. Okay, this is the analogy. Here comes the same thing in the gold foil experiment also. The gold foil allows some of the alpha particle to pass through it, and then it scatters some of the alpha particles in lower angles and in higher angles, and then it absorbs some of the alpha particles. This shown that the whole volume of positively charged particles is concentrated at the center, which is called as nucleus, and then the electrons, the negatively charged particles, are revolving around that. This is the findings which was found by the Rutherford. Next comes the nail bore. A Danish physicist in 1913 said that electrons move around the nucleus in a particular path called as orbit. That particular path is mentioned as shell here. Okay, so in certain conditions, the electrons will move from lower energy level shells to the higher energy level cells, or from the higher to lower. Okay, in this condition, it absorbs some energy or radiates some energy. This radiation of energy is called as photons. This is the model described by Niels Bohr. Next comes James Chadwick. James Chadwick discovered the neutrons, which is no charged particles. It is consist of no charges, so that these neutrons present inside the nucleus, which combines with the positive mass. Okay, so that in the center there is a nucleus which is a whole mass which consists of protons, which is positively charged, and then neutrons, which is having no charge, and then electrons are revolving around this nucleus in a particular orbit. Next is our check spot. Here we explained all the concept. This is the check spot. You can check your understanding and basic knowledge or gained in this session. Okay. Next is our summary. In all these proposed scientists are given here. In John Dalton is from early 1800s, and he found that elements are combined in a mass, and then that mass is called as an atom. Okay, next is J.J. Thomson. J.J. Thomson explained the plum pudding model. He found the electrons. Next is Ernest Rutherford. Rutherford explains the nucleus concept with concentrated mass at the center, which consists of protons. Next comes Niels Bohr. Niels Bohr explained the concept of orbits and then energy levels. Next comes James Chadwick. He is a British physicist. In 1932, he explained the concept called as neutrons. Now the final atomic structure consists of subatomic particles. Here the old myth, that is atom is indivisible, this concept is fully broken out, and a new concept is evolved, that atom consists of subatomic particles, that is protons, neutrons, and then electrons. Protons are positively charged, neutrons are no charge, and then electrons are negatively charged. Okay, this is the thing. And then valence electrons, that is last cell electrons, are called as valence electrons. These are the concepts which we have seen today, and thanks for patient listening. Thank you.